when we were made. It was no accident.
That's a beautiful belt right here.
Yeah, it is, ET, man. It's got a great history with PWF and BYCW. And like I said, once again, I appreciate you being here and you being over FFP pretty much. And you coming here to BYCW just shows how much the FFP means to everybody. And then, like, whatever Papa's going was about my dad, man, I don't really get that. But, you know, we do got that match coming up.
It's true.
And I know you got two people, and I know I got two people.
Yep, we do. That's four.
My two, I'm gonna say the Nitro champion, the Southern Viking, and then Dogma is also gonna be in that match. And then, don't you got two personal picks?
I do. My two picks are, of course, men that I've known for a long time back in SVBW and even
Great
on
company.
into UWA, and that is Brett Anderson
company.
and Will Jackson.
Brett and Will,
Yeah.
man, this is gonna be one of the greatest moments in backyard wrestling history. Bringing back this. Hey, cuz, what are you doing?
Here, hold this. Hit it if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go ahead and put 3 people in that match.
You mean 5?
No. 3 of your own people.
3 of my. Oh,
Yeah,
but you're already
me.
world champion.
Me.
Why do you want to go for that if you're world champion?
The world champ has nothing to do with it. See, I ain't even got it on me. Has nothing to do with it. Matter of fact, I'll even leave that belt at home that day. But I'm coming for that, and I told you this a year and a half ago.
Now, what do you think? What I think? I didn't ask you. I asked ET.
Well, I'll tell you this. You know, this is BYCW territory, and you know, if you want to have 3 of your own people in this matchup, it's totally fine. Because I know my 2 will bring out the very best in all 5 of the combatants in the matchup.
You know what? Okami, what are you laughing about? What is so funny? Why are you always a dickhead? Look.
He says I gotta be a dick. Why you always gonna be condescending and always putting people out there like that? Why can't you ever just shut your mouth and let somebody else?
Hey, can we just leave it to this, y'all?
No, this is what we're gonna leave it to this.
Y'all are
He
my
gonna
family,
his
man. I
guy.
don't like seeing this.
Well, you don't like seeing this? How about I'll be another ref in this match? Special. If he's alright with that right there, you gonna put yours in it? Told you, Papa's back. Shit's fixing to change.
So we're gonna have 2 referees in this fatal 5-way matchup.
That sounds good with me.
All right, I'm good with that.
You good with that, ET?
I'm good with
You
that.
leaving the
I'll
title
see
at
you
home,
there.
right?
Leaving the title at home.
And bringing another one to put with him. My boys do what
Appreciate
you
you,
do.
man.
Thank you, buddy.
And you, sir, Mr. Andrew,
Yeah.
we look forward to doing a little business with you.
Look forward to doing business with you too.
Well, you heard it. Next week, we're going to have a BYCW Battleground Championship match with Will Jackson versus Viking versus Dogma versus Okami Skull versus Brett Anderson. But now let's get on to the show with the very first match on the show. And it is going to be Maverick Knight versus Loco Azul in a showcase match. Maverick Knight has finally made his long return back to BYCW after re-signing a contract. And now let's get to it and let these men do their entrances, and I'll be back with you here shortly.
Let's go, baby, Maverick's back! Yeah, you never thought I was coming back. Alright, guys. Maverick's back. I signed a contract with BYCW, and I'm here to stay. So I'm ready for my opponent.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, both these men are here in Maverick Knight, the former BYCW World Champion, giving a handshake out there to Loco Azul. Now he got a collar and elbow lockup, and now he's wrenching the arm of Loco Azul. He's got it wrenched in there really good. He's still wrenching in the arm, the very technical skill of Maverick Knight here. And now look how he is manipulating the arm right there. The years of professional wrestling and training right there in Maverick Knight. And now Maverick coming down with a big leg drop. Big showcase here, the former BYCW World Heavyweight Champion who lost to Drake Steele at Dead End 4. But now this is the first time we've seen him in singles competition since then. That has been almost 5 to 6 months, ladies and gentlemen, if I am correct. And now Maverick Knight giving a little bit of a clapping hand there. And now Loco Azul and Maverick Knight locking up here. And now it looks like Loco Azul's getting the upper hand over Maverick Knight. He's wrenching the arm of Maverick Knight. And now he's working over that arm. And now what's he going to do there? He's still wrenching the arm. Smart move from Loco Azul. You don't get to see that much of Loco Azul. I think the last time we saw him, he was in a tag team match. And he lost against Dalton Skull and Okami Skull. Now look at that. Look at that technique from Maverick Knight. Now wrenching the arm, trying to break the arm of Loco Azul, ladies and gentlemen. And look, he's got the fingers too, and I'm surprised Loco does not tap out here. Now he's biting the fingers, and now look, the ref is telling him he can't bite. And now, looks like his shoulder's a little messed up there. And now what is Loco going to have to do? A big DDT from Maverick Knight to Loco Azul. Now going to go for a pin. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 right there from Loco Azul, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that was it right there. Now he's got him up. What's he going to do? Big kick to the midsection. X Factor. That move made him BYCW World Champion at one point, and now he's going for the pin.
3.
And your winner, Maverick Knight. A hell of a showcase right there from Maverick Knight. But let's take a quick commercial break and go to Jason's Toy Box at Hilltop Flea Market in Crump, Tennessee. A hell of a place to get retro stuff. Now let's get to the main event. It's going to be champion versus champion. The Southern Viking versus Will Jackson. The Nitro champion for DGCW. And then the Underground champion for UWA. And KTW multiple national champion. And now let's get to the match and let these men do their entrances. Will Jackson, a hell of a champion now, making his way to the ring here. The Nitro champion, known as the Southern Viking, a 3-time world champion in his own right here in BYCW, and a former PWF Uprising champion as well. Now looks like the Nitro champion is slowly making his way here. Now let's let this man do his entrance.
Boo! You suck! Ah, your mother's a whore. What the fuck does that mean?
Now both these men are here in the ring. Southern Viking putting his belts down. Looks like Brett Anderson is going to be the referee here tonight. Hopefully he calls it straight down the middle, since him and Will has got a pretty good history with each other. But the Southern Viking versus Will Jackson, if I'm correct, I think this is the first time these two men face each other in a singles match. The Southern Viking recently beat Will Jackson and pinned him in the tag team championship match, and now they're going to start this match off with a collar and elbow lockup. And now he's got him in a headlock. Will Jackson is stuck in the headlock. What is Southern Viking going to have to do here? Wait a minute, Viking's getting him up for a big back body drop right there onto the mat, ladies and gentlemen. The Southern Viking getting the upper hand here. And we done seen Maverick Knight get a win here, a former tag team partner of the Southern Viking. In the Black Veil, one of the longest reigning groups in backyard wrestling history. And now coming in with a big drop kick there. Got a little bit of it right there, ladies and gentlemen. And now, like I said, these two men are going to be, straight to the head right there from the Southern Viking. But these two men are going to be in that fatal 5-way match for the BYCW Battleground Championship. And the Southern Viking is a former BYCW Battleground champion. And now Viking having the upper hand of this match here. And now what is Viking going to do? A big super kick to the face from the Southern Viking to Will Jackson. And now Viking going for the pin here. Will Jackson being a double champion already. Could he walk out as a triple champion next week? But he has got the Southern Viking in a chokehold here, and he's wrapping the legs around Viking. But he is the UWA Underground Champion and KTW multiple national champion. BYCW just recently purchased KTW. So it looks like Viking's getting upper hand again. Now coming in and look like a little curb stomp straight to the side of the face right there to Will Jackson. And now Viking grabbing the leg of Will Jackson and putting a DDT onto the leg of Will Jackson. And now Viking back up to his feet. Viking going to the outside of the ring. Vikings got a board. This is a no disqualification match. I forgot to say, ladies and gentlemen. But I should mention, this is just a champion versus champion. No championships are on the line. So, a smack across the back right there, ladies and gentlemen. Another smack across the back from the Southern Viking to Will Jackson. And now going in to hit him, but Will Jackson reverses it and punches the Southern Viking straight to the face. Now coming in with a big kick to the back of the neck and shoulders right there. And now it looks like Will Jackson picks up the piece of board. Now Will Jackson's going to use the board onto the Southern Viking, smacking him across the back there. Now it looks like he went to hit him across the ass. He needed more whoopings growing up, it looks like. And now what is he going to do here? Will's getting fired up, coming in with a big lariat, taking down the Southern Viking. A hell of a main event, giving a little bit of a taste of what could happen next week. As you heard earlier in the show. And now a big DDT to the leg. And now Will slowly getting back up. I'm surprised Brett Anderson is calling this match down to even, and he's even getting the weapons out of the way. He's even moving the weapons out of the way. I'm a little shocked from Brett after what he did to Will. But I mean, he is getting paid to be the ref. So, oh my God, straight to the steel. The leg got smacked right onto the steel. That's definitely going to hurt. You're definitely going to feel that in the morning, Viking.
Are you okay?
And Viking's leg is definitely hurting. Brett Anderson actually smiling a little bit, thinking that Viking probably deserves it. And now Will, with that piece of board, smacking Viking across the back and smacking him across the head with it now. And now Will Jackson getting the upper hand in this match. And now it looks like Will's going to go for a pin here. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from the Southern Viking. A nice move from the Southern Viking getting out of that right there. These two champions trying to go in. One of them's trying to try to be a triple champion next week. One of them's going to try to be a double champion next week. And now throwing Will to the outside. Holy shit. Smacks the ground. Ate shit and ate dirt right at the same time. And now Viking taking a second to breathe. Viking getting a little bit of a breather. Will trying to get back up to his feet. Will trying to be the underdog in this match. To be honest, this man has showed so much improvement over the years. And now, oh my God, what a crossbody from the Southern Viking taking out Will Jackson. And if you want to talk about improvement as well over the years, look at the Southern Viking. He went on a losing streak to being the BYCW World Heavyweight Champion in a short period of time. And now he's trying to show that he's going to go for more BYCW gold next week. But can he show that he's the dominant champion over Will Jackson? Or can Will Jackson show that he's the dominant champion over the Southern Viking? And he just smacks his head onto his championships right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is no fair. And now the belts are getting moved out of the way. It looked like the owner, Dalton Skull, stepped in and grabbed the belts. We saw him earlier in the night. I mean, them things are expensive. You don't want people really slamming each other's head in it. But, oh, well, these guys do whatever they want. They are on the payroll. Now he's got a kendo stick right across the back with a kendo stick. Now he comes again with a kendo stick, ladies and gentlemen. Now it looks like he's going to go for a chokehold with the kendo stick. Now the Southern Viking choking out Will Jackson here. But it looks like Will Jackson is rolling over the Southern Viking, getting out of that chokehold. Smart move from Will Jackson. And now Will back up to his feet, coming in, punching the Southern Viking once again. Another punch from the Southern Viking. Southern Viking getting the shit kicked out of him right now by Will Jackson. And now Will's going up to the ring. Could Will be looking to fly here? And it looks like Will's going to go flying, and he does, coming in with a big clothesline, taking down the Southern Viking. A hell of a move from Will, but it looks like he ate shit and ate dirt once again, because it looked like he messed up his knee a little bit. But oh well, Will's getting back up even though he hurt his leg a little bit. Now throwing the Southern Viking back into the ring. Will Jackson, you need to get the upper hand right here against the Southern Viking. Now going for a pin. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 right there, ladies and gentlemen. Will Jackson almost getting the win right there, but didn't quite get it all. And now he's going to the outside of the ring. What's he going for? He's got that baseball bat. He's got the baseball bat, and he comes over and smacks the shit out of the Southern Viking with the baseball bat. And now making his way back into the ring. And now it looks like he's lining it up, whooping him in the ass like his mama should have. And now coming across the back once again with the baseball bat. And now it looks like he is choking the Southern Viking with the baseball bat. And now it looks like Viking's rolling him over. Viking gets out of it right there. Now he's got the baseball bat coming in with a leg drop with the baseball bat. What a move from the Southern Viking right there, ladies and gentlemen. And now Viking picking up Will Jackson. What's he going to go for? What's he going for? He's calling for it here. Is he going to go for the twist of faith? And he just hit the twist of hate, you should say, onto Will Jackson. Now going for a pin and a kick out from Will. I thought that was it right there, ladies and gentlemen. A hell of a move from the Southern Viking, hitting the twist of hate. And now Viking with the baseball bat, looks like in his hand. Both these men are getting up. Viking throws the baseball bat away. Now, wait a minute. Will comes in with a flying drop kick onto the Southern Viking. What a move from Will Jackson. You don't see him hitting a drop kick that often. Now, wait a minute. Southern Viking went for a super kick. Doesn't quite get it. Now, wait a minute. Will grabs it. Grabs the leg. What's going to happen here? Big Enziguri right there. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Can he get the pin? 1, 2, and 3. Oh, my God. And your winner, the Southern Viking. But it really looked like Will Jackson just kicked out there. Is that from... Did Brett just screw Will? I think Brett just screwed Will out of this match. There's no way that just took out Will Jackson. Brett Anderson just screwed over Will Jackson. You literally could see his arm come up with the pin. But the Nitro champion stands tall from a little bit of a help right there at the end. I knew something shady was going to happen there. But until then, stay tuned in for the next episode and leave a like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more BYCW.